Have you noticed the increase in your electric bill? Has it gone up to double? You are not alone. People are now paying double for their electricity than what they were paying even 2 months ago. If you watch to the end of the video, I will let y'all know why. It's something that needs to be known to why everyone's electric bills are going up double what people were used to paying. And it's probably not what you think, or it may be what you think if you've been paying attention to the changes that are happening in the world. As always, family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
Let me see if I can say this without cussing. $1,000 for February. We're not even going to talk about the $900 that I paid in January. Apparently, I'm not the only one. I'm sick of Delmarva. I'm done. I'm off this thing.
What's up, America? So you know how everybody's power bill is through the fucking roof? And you're basically paying half the amount of your rent in electricity or gas? Well, I'm going to show you some terrible financial fisting that you haven't seen ever in your life. I thought my $608 power bill was bad enough. But what I'm about to show you means that some people will probably have to start turning tricks to pay their fucking power bill. So this is a power bill from Massachusetts. This is due February 3rd, and it's $1,452. You see, the supply was only $545. Maintenance and infrastructure more than the cost of the fucking gas. Then you have to pay $243 for a public benefit. Here's another bill out of Boston, Massachusetts, 616. This was before this month. You can see 188 supply, more for the maintenance and infrastructure or investment, and 111 for public benefit. Reference the same state. This was due in January. It was $409, but you still see that you're paying double for maintenance and investment. But that same type of bill has tripled in many cases, quadrupled. Another electric bill due February 24th, that's $795 for the month, and you're getting the same bullshit. Supplies less than 300, maintenance is way more than that, public benefit. You have to understand what the utilities are doing. It'd be the same thing as you buying $100 worth of stuff on Amazon and then charging you $150 to bring it to your house. Another bill from another state showing that their gas bill is $542.31. And you see the same thing. Total gas charge is only $106. But delivery charge is $304.
That is wild. How is this even possible? How is this allowed? Paying more for delivery than what you're actually paying for, the service that you're getting. Like you said, let's use Amazon, for example. You order something for $100, they charge you $300 to deliver it. Nobody would ever order from Amazon ever again, but the electric companies can do it. Where's the regulations? Where's the law saying you can't do this? Wow, man. It's always something. Every month is something. These people are manipulating homeowners. This is why people don't want to own homes no more.
Plus extra fees, of course. So with this chart right here, they're basically saying, this is from Washington State, use less and pay more. So the electricity was 17.4% less usage at 20% more total cost increase. Natural gas was 13% less usage, but 10.6% more total cost.
That's criminal.
So in essence, you use less, but you're being charged more. They're just fucking us nationwide. And of course, you've seen my videos yelling about them financially giving me the deep dick. And of course, that's in the state of Indiana, but this is in Massachusetts, Washington, all over the country. It doesn't really matter. They're using the same modus operandi, which is most of the charges and fees. You use less, they charge you more. Fuck you, bend over, and give us your goddamn money, you worthless fuck. That's the way power companies, whether it's electricity or gas, treat us here in the United States. Now, is this because they're just fucking us, or is this because of green energy government mandates? Not exactly sure how they're fucking us yet. But all as I know is if you want to start protesting against something, instead of leaving high schools and protesting against ICE, why don't you get out and protest this fucking goddamn bullshit?
He funny. He has a right to be mad. I mean, he got a right to be mad. Upset. This is ridiculous, man. 2026. And remember, I told y'all this would start to happen. This happened in the UK during the winter months. People had to decide either I will freeze or I will starve because their electric bills were so high during COVID. If you've been watching the channel long enough, I've been telling y'all this will come to America. Everything that happens in these foreign countries will come to America last because America is the last domino to fall. It's that simple. Now it's here in America.
Okay, so I'm a little pissed off here in Virginia. So I got my electric bill this month and it has doubled. And I was like, wait, what? What happened? I didn't do anything different. So I started doing a little research and asking some of my friends, hey, did yours double? And they were like, oh yeah, check this out. This guy's like, oh yeah, mine's now $700 a month. This other person, yeah, mine went up 45%. The other people, they basically doubled. And so I'm like, wait, I didn't even know there was going to be a rate hike. So I did a little research and sure enough, Virginia Power was like, hey, don't worry, there's going to be a rate hike, but don't worry. It's only going to be like $11 a family. And so I'm like, you lied. And then I was like, I wonder what this rate hike was for. So then I did a little more research and they're like, oh, you know, we need new poles and you know, labor costs have gone up and so has fuel costs. Fuel costs have gone down. But the most alarming thing to me was they had mentioned that with all of the new data centers in Virginia, it basically drained the system and they need to upgrade it. So first of all, I want to ask who the frig is letting all these data centers in to drain the American public's wallets? And secondly, why are we forced to pay double an electric bill for these data centers that are here? And then I was like, gee, I wonder if Virginia Power is really hurting for money, that they needed to raise everyone's rate, not $11, but double. And so I did a little quick research. And guess what? Just in Q3 alone for 2025, guess how much they made? They made $1 billion net profit. So could somebody please friggin' tell me why this cost is always funneled down to the hardworking American taxpayer? This shit has got to stop. I am so tired of being a human. It should not be this expensive to live. And I don't know who makes these decisions, but it is reckless.
It is reckless. It's the reckoning of America. There we go. A lot of lies. So they told many lies. It would only go up $11. Oh, it's for this, it's for that. No, it's actually because these data centers. I told y'all if y'all watch to the end, then y'all figure out what's going on. She revealed it. It's going to be another clip at the end as well, but she revealed it. It's the data centers. If y'all don't know, they are building AI data centers where they will collect all of our data and build this dystopian technocratic alliance of AI to work against us. I mean, they're building AI governance. They're building a new world order. They're building Agenda 2030 right before our eyes, right in our own cities. And at these data centers, they're actually giving people that live close by cancer. They're making people sick. That's what's going on. And it's also increasing electric bills because they're using so much power. It's not fair. It's not right. U.S. citizens have to take on those additional fees due to something that we never even agreed that we wanted, due to something that's working against us. We don't care about AI data centers. We don't want them, to be quite frank with you. We don't want them, but still we have to pay for what they want, for what they're bringing into our cities to work against us. When I tell y'all America is being sold out, it's being sold out.
In Ann Arbor, Michigan, the residents are making a ballot campaign to see whether the residents want to stick with DTE Energy or replace it with a publicly owned electric utility, because the residents are saying that DTE Energy rates are too high and they're not reliable. So they're looking for different ways to get electricity more cheaper and reliable, even if they have to have an outside provider come in, or for the city to own it themselves.
Wow, so now people don't even want DTE no more. They want to be done with DTE. Told you, I'm from Detroit. I know all about DTE. Even if the city takes control, you got to understand they answer to those that are causing this to happen. So it'll be the same thing, in my opinion, personally. You got to remember these politicians, the city officials, none of these people really care about us. They care about making themselves richer and carrying out these agendas at hand because they have to. They get put in position to do that. They're all working together. You have no real say-so. Neither do they, not really. They have to answer to who they have to answer to. Now look at this. Look how criminal Alabama is, the state of Alabama. This is a perfect example from what I just was telling y'all. Pay attention to what Alabama is doing.
Alabama Power is so scared of voters right now that they're actually lobbying for a bill that would end your right to vote for the people who regulate your electric bill. We're calling it the Alabama Power Grab. Here's what this bill does. It would eliminate elections for the Alabama Public Service Commission, or the PSC, and replace them with political appointments. The PSC is supposed to be the watchdog. They approve rate hikes, they oversee Alabama Power's practices, and decide which costs you get stuck with. So if you're wondering why your bill keeps going up, this is literally the agency that's supposed to protect you. This is a power grab, plain and simple. When people are getting crushed by high utility bills, the answer is more accountability, not less. And here's the part that should make your blood boil. Alabama Power is prohibited from donating to PSC candidates, but there's no such prohibition for the governor or the legislature. So this bill shifts utility regulation into the part of politics where Alabama Power's money can run even wilder. So here's our message to Alabama Power. Hell no. We stand with the people. Here's what you can do right now. Call or email your state senator and representative and tell them to keep the PSC accountable to voters. Vote no on the Alabama Power Grab. They want to take away your vote because it's the only thing they can't control. Don't let them. The link's in the bio.
This man's still lost in the sauce. They want to take away your power to vote, and you want to say vote no. If they want to do it, they gonna do it, no matter what you vote. Y'all in this voting stuff, man. It's the selection, not the election. They already know the outcome. They already know what's gonna happen. And it's all working into the same plan. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, now, the moment that y'all all been waiting for. This is coming from Fox 13. Did they really have to investigate? No, they already know what's going on. They're really just showing us. Let's talk about the AI data centers.
State of Tennessee has 60 data centers total. 2 of them are XAI supercomputers in Shelby County, one in southwest Memphis, the other in Whitehaven. But local legislators say they want to make sure both the power grid and the people who live here aren't paying for the operations.
It needs to be the right bill that is going to protect consumers, residents, and small businesses.
New legislation aims to make sure companies building data centers in Tennessee are paying for what may come with it, including increased energy costs.
And I want people to recognize this is not just a Memphis or Tennessee problem. This is happening all around the country.
Lamar says it's all about being a good neighbor.
If we're going to allow these companies to come in, we need to make sure they're paying their fair share and they're not creating undue burden on the residents that are already here.
Up to this point, local governments have had to sign non-disclosure agreements blocking them from speaking on these projects. This legislation could change that. Kayla Solomon, Fox 13 investigates.
60 in just that state alone, 60 data centers in Tennessee. It's crazy. They didn't sign NDA saying they can't even speak on it. So they can come in, set up these data centers, and don't even have to speak on it. I don't think the senator is really going to make a difference by what she says. Like I said, these people act as if they want to represent the people, but they know what's going on. They know what they signed up for, right? It's all a gimmick, but they got the word out. This is what's going on. AI data centers are popping up all across America. It's not just Tennessee. It's all over the country, like she said. And they have signed NDAs saying these people don't even have to talk about what they're doing. That's why we have to stay focused. We have to stay paying attention because this is a real thing. AI is about to take over America. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a different world real soon. And not only that, it's also detrimental to our health.